What's up, Christoph? What's up, TikTok? Hey, I'm doing great, Christoph. Good to see you. What's up? What's up, everybody on TikTok? Do I have any moderators on the chat on TikTok? Hey, what's up, Giovanni? I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You're a great moderator. QA. We'll start it at 8. Okay, p.m. Boom. Good event. All right, guys, we got to get started. Little Q&A up in here. All right, let's get started on the Instagram now. Yes. We're going to have a little Q&A, guys. We're going to let people in. You can ask your questions. And then in 40 minutes, we'll move over to Discord. What's up, everybody on TikTok? We're about to get the Instagram started here, and we're going to start our Q&A. What's up, people on Facebook? You said nice job welding. Thank you. Why didn't you offset the long seams, though? What do you mean by that? What's up, Instagram? We about to get started. You guys come around and request to come on in, and we're going to get started. I'll be answering your questions. In about 40 minutes, we'll move over to Discord. But let me, all right, we got everything set up. Cool. All right, now I'll let you guys in now. On the Instagram, we got a ton of people already on Instagram that got questions. Let's go ahead and get started. Same thing on TikTok for you guys that want to come in. Anybody that wants to do it, we got the Cash Apps pinned in the chat, Venmo pinned in the chat. I appreciate all the contributions because it all goes to Mark 4.5. All right, hey, I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm doing good. I really appreciate what you're doing out there. My question is, compared to fossil fuels, what is the level of pollution that the plastic fuels will create? You know?
So we had some research papers that we read to see, and I can't tell you from my own fuel, but from fuels that other scientists around the world made from plastic waste in their own type of reactors, they actually found that in a lot of factors like CO2 and sulfur, the plastic-made fuels actually had lower emissions. They produced lower amounts of smoke. And it makes sense, and I'll tell you why. Because plastic, it does come from crude oil, right? It is a solid form of crude oil. However, in making plastic, there are certain things and purification processes that they do. Like, for example, they remove sulfur completely from plastic, which is naturally in crude oil. So if you make diesel from plastic, that diesel will not be low sulfur diesel. That will be no sulfur diesel, right? So that's how it works, because, you know, matter cannot be created or destroyed, so it's not coming up with it from nowhere. Thank you for your question. Yeah, you saw that video, exactly. So that. Right. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Memory, for the $5 donation on Cash App. I appreciate your contribution to the project and history. Yes, everybody that wants to contribute to Mark 4.5, we got the Cash App in the chat. I appreciate you all. Mark 4.5 is built completely off of your donation, so I appreciate you guys very much for the donations. Thank you very much, Rachel, for the $5 on Cash App as well. Thank you all for your donations. All right. What's up, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. What's your question?
So I was wondering, how does it hurt the engine? If you put your gas into an engine, does it hurt it more, or does it have the same effects that it would on an oil?
So just like the last question, I can't speak for my fuel because I haven't done the scientific test, but I can speak on scientific research papers that we have read it does not hurt the engines from scientific research papers. Other scientists that have done it. Now, I can't speak on my fuel because I haven't tested mine, but scientists who make the same type of fuel out of plastic that I do, they tested it in engines. They didn't find any issues.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
All right. I thought we had somebody over here on the TikTok. We did not have anybody on the TikTok there. All right, next. Got a lot of people on the Instagram here. Thank you, Ben, for the $2 on Cash App. I appreciate your contribution to history and to humanity. What's up, man?
So I have a question. Today I actually had a chemistry test on waves, and you mentioned that you can convert plastic to diesel using microwaves. So
Yes.
my question is, what makes the microwaves different from other kinds of waves like radio or photoelectric rays?
What makes them different is how the microwaves heat things up. Right, so not all waves will heat things up, per se, right? Because all these different waves have different frequencies. Microwaves are tuned at 2.45 gigahertz, and that 2.45 gigahertz tuning allows them to heat up certain things. See, certain waves are too small or potentially too large to interact with molecules and vibrate them. Thank you for the badge, Jay Soller on Instagram. I appreciate your contribution. So the reason why we utilize microwaves, and there are certain different frequencies of microwaves as well, but the reason why we utilize these common forms of microwave frequencies is because that they are the best frequencies for breaking things down the way that we're trying to do it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Thank you. And I think I missed a Cash App too. Let's see. James with $1. Thank you, James, for the $1 donation on Cash App. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that has donated, everybody that bought badges, everybody that's been donating on the TikTok. Thank you all. You make this project possible. We got somebody on the TikTok now. What's up?
How long does your gas last?
Well, I'll tell you this, right? The plastic diesel that we ran in the F350 had been sitting for a year, over a year, and it ran just fine. So I don't know the lifespan or the half-life of my stuff, but, you know, they say online diesel only probably lasts for about 6 months, but, you know, it lasted for a year for me. So I would say just from my own experience, it probably lasts about a year and a half to 2 years. But thank you for your question. All right. Let's see. Who's next here? Aaron on Instagram. What's up, guys, on Facebook? Normally with pressure vessels or pipelines, the long seams are offset. Alignment between... Oh, I understand what you're saying, Kevin, on Facebook. Yeah, we did have a little gap between them, but yeah, they weren't offset to the same level you're talking about. We beveled them and put a little gap between them so that way they could expand under heat. All right.
The question is, my friend, so with your fuels, like, I know you've not physically tested your own fuels. Are you planning to do that in the future?
Right.
And are you going to publicly announce that you're not suicidal? Because I've received a lot of comments, people are just there and about the government and stuff like that. So I just think that's probably a good idea to go and do all of that.
Well, I'll say it like this. I'll mention it now. I'm an extravagant mental health. Thank you.
No worries, mate.
All right.
Have a good night, mate.
Cheers. Cheers. Yep, I appreciate everybody for your support. I appreciate everybody for donating. Thank you all very much. Next. When are you gonna get oiled up? We're not starting this mess. We're not starting this mess today. We're not gonna start this tonight. Nope. Who's next? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, guys. We're not starting this mess tonight. What's the input-output ratio? About 20 pounds of plastic to a gallon of fuel. All right. I don't know why it's not letting people in. Don't tell me it's already gonna go out. This person has a profile picture of Donald Trump. Okay. Let's let him in. Have you heard of Moses West? Yes. I actually work with a similar company that has worked with Moses West as well. Sulfur and arsenic are everywhere in biomass. That's why I couldn't use seaweed as biomass for fertilizer. Yeah. So, I mean, ultimately, okay, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm trying to let these people in, but it's not letting them in on the Instagram. I don't know what's going on with you guys. Here we go. What's up?
Hey, so, like, do you have to have, like, a certain type of plastic to make your fuel?
No, every type of plastic will work. However, certain types will give you more fuels. Some certain types will give you better quality fuels as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. All right, next. Thank you, John, for the $5 on Cash App. I appreciate your contribution to the project and to history. Anybody that does want to contribute to Mark 4.5, the Cash App is pinned, Venmo is pinned. I appreciate any and all donations. We also have GoFundMe and PayPal as well, naturejab.com/donate. It all goes very far because you said Insta is very slow. See, and that's the craziest part because I got complete bars on Wi-Fi.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's up? What's your question?
Everything good? Yo, I wanted a question. Why you don't want to start a Kickstarter company and like get funded to get that thing in that bigger scale?
We already have a GoFundMe.
Oh, you already have a GoFundMe?
Yeah, and that's why I tell that's why I always tell people, let's get these donations going because think about it, right? It's either that or we go through with an investor and then they take like half the company, right? So we gotta.
Because if you do a Kickstarter project, people's not gonna take a cut on your company, but you're gonna be able to get more eyes and like $100,000-$200,000, bro, and you're gonna be able to get more eyes into it. Like I don't know if you've seen Shark Tank before, but your kind of project can go inside of like some Shark Tank thing,
Wait.
you know. And if you start a Kickstarter, you may be able to like get $100,000-$200,000 in like a matter of 45 days, bro. Because with all the content you'll be already doing, I mean.
Well, yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for that, for your knowledge on that. I gotta get to the next people here. Guys, what will really be the advantage over Kickstarter from GoFundMe? Because we already have GoFundMe. But what will be the advantage? And Shark Tank, I don't think Shark Tank is a good idea either, because obviously, we already know Shark Tank is all about giving up equity. We're in a new age of business where we don't have to give up equity because we can raise the money ourselves, right? Thank you, Giovanni, for pinning the Cash App in the TikTok. I appreciate you, man. Is it slow, fast, or flash pyrolysis? It's about fast. What's up?
How's it going?
Hey, I'm great. What about you?
I'm doing pretty good. I had a quick question on your tanks that you're using. I was wondering how you prevent ionization with the microwaves, or what part of the microwave you're using to convert it to fuel the plastic.
What part of the microwave? You're talking about on like the band?
No, well, I'm just curious what specific components you're using.
We're using the magnetrons. The magnetrons.
Okay.
Yeah. That was it?
Basically, and how do you prevent ionization? Because you're using the metal chambers. I'm just curious how that works.
Well, I never had an issue with ionization, even being a thing. And it probably could be a part of the reason why is because there's no oxygen in there. Perhaps, but that just never been an issue that I had on my end, But I'll do some research into that and see. But thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Yep, for everybody that does not know already, the process of pyrolysis of turning plastic into fuel with microwaves. There's no oxygen in there, so we're not burning the plastic. The plastic does not catch on fire because you need oxygen for a fire to start. Cheers, NatureJab. Love what you're doing. Thank you, Uncle Reefer on YouTube. I appreciate the support. Kyle Horton said, screw giving up equity when loans are on the table. Exactly. Loans and then, GoFundMes and just crowdfunding. We got $25 from Michael Elliott on Cash App. Thank you so much, Michael Elliott, for the donation and your contribution to the project, to Earth, and to history. I appreciate you. Memory said, never give up equity. Exactly. It's just not worth it. Look, let me tell you guys something. We know the valuation. We all know this is worth trillions of dollars. Investor come to me, they want like $1 million for like 50%. That ain't nothing. I already know. You wouldn't even get 1% for $1 million where this is going. We all know that. The Instagram went out. I got to restart the Instagram live, guys. I'm sorry because I can't let you guys in anymore. It went out completely on me. They always do this. So we're going to restart the Instagram live. You guys on TikTok, you can request to come in as well. Patent is filed. Yes, the patent is filed. Yeah, Michael Elliott donated $25. I appreciate you, Michael Elliott, to the Cash App. All right, we're going to restart the Instagram live here. We got $10 from Hans Mers on Cash App. Thank you so much, Hans Mers, for the donation on the Cash App. I appreciate you so much. for your contribution to the project and to history. Thank you so much, Hans. Let's get this Cash App in the chat here on Instagram. We got Instagram reset. I'll be letting you guys in a second here. Just got to get it readjusted. When I got to restart these live streams, they always got me messed up. All right, here we go. What about rubber or tires on Facebook? Yeah, we could put rubbers and tires in there. We've done it before already on YouTube. YouTube NatureJab. We already put tires in the machine. Works fine. Made actually a good bit of diesel. Some really good quality oil. Some heavy fractionated oils. Bro, you're legendary. Thank you, Adria Wood. Do we have it pinned in the Facebook here? I don't think so. Let's pin this. Boom. Okay. Have you tested your fuel in cars yet? We ran a Ford F350 1995 off of my plastic diesel. It ran great. We got a donation on Squarespace from the website. I don't know who donated, but thank you so much for whoever donated on the website. Thank you. What's up, man? Hello? All right, this dude, I don't know what's going on, but that guy's clearly high or something. We don't do that in my chat. We don't do that around here. So he's out of here. He's out of here just like that. We don't do that around here. Next, we do that nonsense in my chat. Yeah. And keep that degeneracy out of here. We don't do that. What's up, Joe? What's up, Joe Maney on Twitch? No nonsense in this vicinity. Exactly, Big Rig Higgs. Exactly. Y'all playing around, coming in my chat, hi, dozing off. Get that crap out of here. We got questions to be answered. We got realness to be created here. We don't do that around here. Hello?
I have a question.
What's up?
How much energy does it take?
25 kilowatt hours of electricity.
That's just what I had a question.
All right, thank you.
Also, good work.
Hey, I appreciate you. You said that guy was beating off. Oh Lord, I see. Now you just put a vision in my head I did not want to see, because it looked like it too. The way I was moving his head with his mouth open. See, we don't do that mess around here, guys. I'll tell you right now. You're kicked out immediately. Bringing that degeneracy in my chat. Hello? Hello? Are you here?
Yeah. How, like, are you gonna send any plans out for the same?
Plans?
Like making like blueprints or more?
Hey, guess what? I go live almost every day showing you guys me making my machine. So if you just come to the live stream, and if you subscribe on Instagram, you'll be able to watch all the live streams in full. You'll be able to watch me make it. So that's the best blueprints there are, right? I'm literally showing you guys as I'm making it.
And can we get like a blueprint, like a step-to-step thing?
Well, yeah, eventually I'll make that one. I can make sure they're safe, because I know people will go out and make it, and I don't want them to end up like me. You know, let me tell you something, all right? And I want you to genuinely tell me what you think when I tell you this, okay? Because, you know, with these we're making with the microwaves, there's a lot of electricity, all right? One time I got shocked, and that's how I look like how I look now, okay? I used to look like Kurt Cobain. All right? So you got to be careful. And with the microwaves, there's the electrical part, there's a fire part, there's explosion parts. So you got to be careful. And that's why I want to make sure it's safe before I just show people how to make this, because that's my responsibility if people are putting their whole lives in danger, okay?
Okay.
All right, but thank you. Thank you for your question. I don't think he got it. He didn't get it. He was just staring right at me. I appreciate everybody who's donated to the Cash App. Thank you. That was me. I couldn't make payment. Oh, thank you, Mox. Yeah, you found my website, naturejab.com/donate. Thank you, Moxymillion on the YouTube for your donation. I appreciate you so much. What about pollution from melting plastic trash? I'll tell you what the pollution is, Brian. We get a ton of pollution from turning the trash into fuel. You know what the pollution is? The fuel. You know what the emissions and the byproducts are? The fuel. So actually, the machine itself has no waste, no emissions, because the waste and emissions are literally the fuel products that we want. What's up? Hey.
Can you like make money off of that?
Yeah, of course. There's plenty of money in it. But thank you. Thank you for your question. Oh, he did a little face at the end there. I don't know what was that. trying to do some type of primal scare on me there. You can't scare the jab. Next. Are you selling them yet? No. I got this drink in my cup. What drink you got? What's up? Oh, we got two. Wait. We got two people in here at once, one at a time. On the left. You first.
Me, okay. So you know, you go to the gas station and we have the octane ratings. They go 87. Well, I'm from Canada, so it's yeah.
Oh, your audio went out.
You know what? Oh shit.
It's back in now. I don't know what it's like. Kind of just.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you know what the octane rating would be? Rate when you use the plastic stuff?
The octane rating. So I don't know what the octane rating is when it starts, but I'll tell you this:
Yeah.
octane rating in gasoline.
Yeah.
It is not something that is naturally there. It's added to it through additives. So it doesn't really matter what my octane level is because we can just add the same additives they add to gasoline to bring it up to whatever level we want.
Okay. Does that mean it's like a better quality between 87 to like 100?
No, all octane means is how much pressure it takes before it combusts. So it's not about quality at all. Different engines have different, levels of combustion and such, and pressures that the engine runs at. So that's all octane means. It's the same gasoline with more or less pressure.
Is ethanol? You know what that stuff is?
Yeah, ethanol is an octane booster actually, but ethanol is an organic fuel additive that comes from like corn, for example. Thank you for your questions. All right, we got to go on to the next person. Next guy showing your ceiling. You're up now. Yeah, thank you.
How do I hear?
How do you join the call? You can come into the call on Instagram. Just chill. What's your question?
Hello, I was wondering, would you ever make a Mark V?
Of course, Mark V Mark V. The design is already done. It's just we're gonna build Mark 4.5 first. It's already on the works.
All right, man. Yo, I support you, man. If I get money, I would donate, bro.
Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your belief. You too. Blessings and peace. You're all about business, like a suit and tie. Of course, you know what's up. Next, let's see. Thank you, Adam, for the Cash App donation of $1. I appreciate your contribution to the project and to history. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Zerm, for the badge on Instagram. I appreciate you. What's up? What's your question?
I got a couple, actually. So how do you remove oxygen from the agitation chamber where the plastic is? And the second one would be, how do you separate the fuel? Do you let it condensate?
All right, I'll answer. So we separate. We get first of all, we push out the oxygen by pushing any other gas in there that is not reactive to displace it. So I would use argon or nitrogen, but you could use propane. You could use steam. You could use the natural gas the actual reactor creates. Any gas that is not going to react and form oxides and potentially cause an explosion can be used to displace the oxygen in there. To answer your next question, when we get the fuels out of the reactor, it's a mix of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. You can't put that right into an engine. It's pretty crude, so we got to distill it. We have to refine it. We actually refine it by using the same refinery technology that refiners use. It's called distillation. So that's what we do to separate out just the gasoline, just the diesel, just the jet fuel. It's not just one or the other. We get all three because plastics come from crude oil and crude oil has all that in there. Thank you for your question.
Yeah. Hey, good luck with everything.
Thank you. And thank you for the badge, Zarm. I appreciate you on Instagram. It truly goes far. Everybody that donates to the Cash App, to the website, buys a badge, or buys the emojis on TikTok, you're funding Mark 4.5. So thank you so much. Of course, Instagram goes out again. You already know what they do to me. So I got to restart the live again. You already know why. Yeah, guys, any business inquiries, okay? Business stays off the live stream. Email my team, and I'll get to it if it's worth my time. business@naturejab.com. Okay, so we're going to restart the Instagram live here because, it went out. We're going to let this guy in on TikTok, Anas. And then we're going to restart the Instagram live.
Hello?
What's up?
I have two questions. I don't know why my camera's not on, but I have two quick questions. The first one, how long does it take for 20 pounds of plastic to go into 1 gallon?
5 hours.
5 hours. And the second one, how would you feel if I use this as my engineering capstone project?
I don't care. In fact, I can encourage you to do it, and I'll be honored.
you support me if I had questions?
You go on my YouTube channel and look it up, and you could find the answer to almost everything. So I can't say that I'm gonna get back to you if you ask me a question.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. All right, much luck to you and your projects. Thank you. Yeah, guys, I'll say it right now, okay? For anybody that if you want to, you have my absolute permission to use this in a presentation for school, in some type of project. We got $5 from Pre, and he said, "Can you explain what your catalyst is?" Yes, I will in a second, Pre. So going back to it, if you have a project or you have some type of presentation at school, Winsky sent $1 on Cash App. Thank you so much, Winsky, for your contribution. If you have a project at school, you have my permission to use it. I'm not gonna sue you or anything. You have my permission to build it. I'm showing it on YouTube. It's public. Everything that I've shown you, you can build, you can use, you can do whatever. We're getting the word out there. We're letting the world know this is possible. That's all that matters at the end of the day, beyond all else. What catalyst do I use? So the catalyst I mix it with my plastic is the carbon the plastic creates when it's been destroyed. And the reason why we mix that in is because that carbon has good catalytic properties because of its high surface area, but also because it allows the plastic to better absorb microwaves. So that's the question for you, Pre. Thank you, Bogdano, for the badge on Instagram. Thank you again, Zern, for another badge. Zerm on Instagram. Thank you again. Thank both of you for buying the badges. I'll send the next person here on the Instagram. We got like 10 people that want to come in. What's up, Garrett, on YouTube?
Hi.
Hey.
It's Pretty that just asked you the question about the catalyst.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your donation.
How do you actually keep the carbon when you bring it, because you use the microwave as the initial heater, right?
Right.
And you use the microwaves, to help break down the plastics. So how do you feed that carbon in to help break down, that plastic material?
Well, what we do is we load in shredded plastic, and we just shred the carbon with the plastic, so it's already naturally all mixed together. And then the blades in there continue to keep it all nice and mixed together and spiraled up as it's being, brought down the machine. And you can actually go on my YouTube channel and you'll see we actually do that. NatureJab is a YouTube channel. Memory, thank you for the badge. So yeah, what we do is we just mix the carbon in before we even load it in.
Okay.
Thank you for your question.
Check out your YouTube channel for
All right, yep, NatureJab. Thank you. All right, yes, everybody that wants specific, some more scientific questions on how the process works, how we did it, you have to go to the YouTube channel, NatureJab. It's just that simple. Thank you, Memory, for buying the badge on the Instagram. I appreciate you and your contribution to the earth, humanity, and history. Like I said, everybody that donates, you make Mark 4.5 possible. It is being bought off of donations. So thank you, guys. VBC just said you're going on Discord. Yeah, we're going on Discord in about 16, 15 minutes. Is it hermetically sealed? Yep, we're going to have to get it hermetically sealed. What's up?
Yo, what's up? Yo, so I'm assuming that you're not a big guy on oil lobbyist stuff, right?
Zerm, thank you for another badge. I appreciate you. Oil lobbyist. Listen, I'm going to say it like this. I don't have any enemies. I'm not going to make any enemies.
Wait, hold up. Wait. You had a reel that said that the government maybe threatened you, right? Something or other?
No, I didn't say that.
All right. Just making sure. But just in case anything were to happen.
Thank you, Just, for the badge on Instagram. Go on.
Why not make it under, a patent available to the public, just in case?
I think I'm doing that right now by showing you guys how to make it on Instagram, going live every day. Thank you for your question. I gotta let some other people in. Thank you, everybody that's bought badges. Thank you so much. We got $1 super chat from Carol on YouTube. Thank you so much. You know what I gotta set up on YouTube and Twitch? I gotta set up text to speech. I've been waiting to do that for a long time, but I gotta set up text to speech. Thank you guys for your donations and the badges and Cash App, everything. Showing love. I appreciate everybody. All right, we're gonna let the next person here. Thank you so much, Carol Warhol on the YouTube for the super chat. I appreciate you so much. Oh, this is your 5th super chat. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello?
Hey.
Do you think, the government would, come after you for making stuff or, try to adapt to the way you're doing things and, invest in you, or they're gonna go after you?
I do not know if the government will come after me or not, but I also do not care if the government comes after me or not.
It's pretty decent.
All right. Thank you for your question. All right. Next. I always say this every time, but if you have any type of business proposal or anything, do not come in the Q&A asking it, okay? This is a Q&A for questions. We're not doing business. If you have a business proposal, email business@naturejab.com. We'll look over it. If it's worth my time, we'll get back to you. Thank you, Memory. I appreciate you. All right, Trippy will end Trippy. Maximilian with a $3 super chat on YouTube. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Maximilian. I just found your YouTube.
Hi.
Oh, what's up? What's your question? Hello? What's up? What? Oh, what's your question? What is your question? You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 0. All right. I don't know what's going on. Hi, I just saw your YouTube. Crazy that you're live. Why do people say it takes more energy to make the fuel? I calculated it false. Exactly, Diamachi or Diamake or however you pronounce your name. I'm sorry. It does not take more energy to create the fuel because we are extracting energy from one of the most energy dense things on Earth, plastic. He lagged out. I understand. There's just so many people that we can't just, you know what I'm saying? There's so many people, and we only have about 10 minutes before we move to the Discord, so we got to keep it moving. That's what it is. We got to keep the energy flowing. Yeah, we got to get emojis too. Exactly, Vivi Siju. We got to get text-to-speech and emojis. I'm kind of scared of text-to-speech, given some of the trolls we've had. What's up? What's your question? Again? See, are y'all just playing? What is your question? Hello? Guy with Donald Trump profile picture. Are you here? Yes or no? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bye. Wasting my dang time now. Yup, the gases don't leak. It's a completely sealed system, completely controlled. Y'all just playing with me now. See, now Instagram won't even let anybody else in. No, it will. I can probably let 2 more people in before it goes out. But y'all need to, if y'all gonna request to come in, you better come in and talk. Don't just sit there. Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bye. What's up? What's your question? Yeah, we already ran a car and a go-kart engine. Thank you, Lawson Clark, for the $2 on Cash App. We ran a 2-stroke and 4-stroke petrol engine. We ran a diesel go-kart engine, and we ran a diesel F354 in 1995. Oh, yeah. I think his internet's bad.
Dang. Is it all like universal fuel?
We make gasoline, diesel, jet fuel. You don't have to adjust your engine. You put them right into your regular engine as is. So, yeah. Hey, thank you for your question. I got to get on to the next people. Appreciate you. I appreciate your support. There are some in the U.S. Exactly. There are big plants already in the world that do this. These big plants wouldn't even be in business if this process wasn't real or if it wasn't efficient. You can't pin when there's a guest. Oh, see, TikTok is just weird. TikTok's just a weird platform. Just a bumba cloth. Just a bumba cloth with the stuff it does in it. All right, next person. Do people know what plastic is? Most people don't know that plastic is made of petroleum. What's up? What's your question? Hello? Why is that happening again? What's up with the internet? Rosa Clock. Yeah. Look, what's up with people's internet? Why is this going on again? Why is everybody I'm letting? Is it on my end? Is my internet lagging? Am I lagging on Instagram, guys? Because everybody I'm letting in is lagging. Everybody I'm letting in is lagging. I don't even know. Like, okay. Yeah, we're fine on YouTube. We're fine on Facebook. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the heck is going on the Instagram. Everybody I let in. It's been doing that all day. They're infiltrating me. They're jamming our signals, guys. The FBI is jamming my signals. The FBI chose me out of all the billions of people on their list to attack. What's up?
Hey, what's up, brother? Quick question.
What's up?
So, what is your long-term goal? Like, what are you planning to do with it? And like who do you think is it gonna benefit?
What's going to happen is this is going to be in every single city, province, and country in the world. It's going to benefit every single human on Earth because now not only will we have a solution to our plastic waste, the long-term goal is to make it to where you will literally be paid to take in plastic waste. Thank you, Madar Walk on the TikTok for the donations. You will be paid to bring in your plastic waste. Plastic waste will be dealt with at the source of the problem. We're not putting a Band-Aid over this problem. We are destroying it with absolute certainty because plastic waste will be completely returned to its original chemical form as crude oil, which is truly valuable, and they can be used in the marketplace for tons of things. It's pretty much the blood of this world. Let's keep it real, right? So ultimately, we're going to completely deal with plastic waste while also helping out the energy crisis we're in, where, they're saying, oh, we're running out of oil reserves. Oh, we don't have enough solar panels or wind. Now we can use our plastic as another source of energy. So that's what it's going to solve. Thank you for your question very much. Somebody bought a badge on Instagram. Zerm with another badge. Man, my boy Zerm, thank you so much. You're going crazy, Zerm Music. I appreciate you. Everybody, W Zerm Music, I appreciate you, man. Okay, so Instagram went out again. We got somebody that wants to come in on the TikTok. We'll let this guy in on the TikTok and we'll start the Discord. We got $5 from Camilio Lasso on Cash App. Thank you, Camilio Lasso. What's up, TikTok? What's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, so after you saw the whole, plastic thing, right, I was thinking, why not trying to use alcohol, right? I was thinking of using alcohol for engine, for fuel.
I'll tell you why you don't want to use alcohol. Because it has very low energy in it. If you have a car that gets 20 miles per gallon on gasoline, if you convert that to alcohol, it'll get 10 miles per gallon. Because alcohol is a very low energy density. The reason why plastic works so well is because since plastic literally comes from crude oil, our plastiline will have a near identical energy content to actual gasoline. But if you take something like alcohol or ethanol, they have less energy in them because they're coming from sources that are less energy dense, aka plants and corn. Thank you for your question.
Can I?
All right, let us go ahead and get started on the Discord. I probably should restart hey guys on Instagram, should I restart the Instagram so I can let you guys in again? Because it's not letting anybody in anymore. Should we restart the Instagram live? I don't know why Instagram live does this, but it's all so annoying when they do this to me. You guys saying yes, all right, we'll restart it, let a few people in, and then we will get started on Discord after we let about 2 more people in on the Instagram. Good live stream tonight, yeah? The fuel requirements and gas requirements are what scares me. We won't bother him. We'll figure it out. Look, I'm selling my fuel to refineries, and they already have the permits. I'm not messing with all that nonsense. They can deal with that nonsense. I'm just saying. I'm not about to go through that whole legal 5 years to get permitted thing. They can deal with all that. I'm just selling the fuel to them so they can refine it their way. Shell and BP, they do with it as they please. All that matters is that we're selling the fuel and we're getting the profit off of it to get it working. What's up?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up?
I just want to let you know, I see you, and you're doing something great, by the way. I know you just got the question, what are your long-term goals and stuff? But I'm just wondering, how, are you gonna start a company type thing,
Yeah, I already have a company. It's NatureJab.
Okay, and is this because you said that you already ran it on different types of engines? Are you going to what is it ready? Why don't you start?
Because you can't just magically build something that costs tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars overnight, not just magically. So that's why right now we're building Mark 4.5 a little bit smaller, and everybody's helping out by pooling together and donating to the Cash App and to the GoFundMe and to the PayPal and such, because this stuff does not cost $0 to make. It costs a lot of time and energy. I'm putting in all the time and energy, but it does cost genuine dollar figures to make this stuff. And that's what it is. That's what's been holding me back, because I've been doing this for almost 4 years now, right? And my biggest issue is always, I'm not able to get the right parts I need because they're so expensive. But we're getting to that point, because you got to understand here, right? There's an easy, quick route, okay? The easy, quick route is to get an investor, give up half of your company, they give you $1 million, you get started. I think that we live in a day and age where you don't have to do that anymore, you know? Keep it real. Because if I give up half the company, then I lose half the power. It's not my company anymore. And who knows what they're going to do with it, right? They're going to sell out. They're going to be evil, whatever they do nowadays. So that's what we're at right now. But I appreciate you for your question and your support. Thank you very much, man. All right, next. All right, we're going to let in 2 more people on the Instagram, and then we're going to get started on the Discord. And you're going to have to be in the Discord to come in and ask questions very soon.
Yo, bro.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, so how much yield can it get from like 1 pound of plastic? You know, like how much carbon?
It's 20 pounds to a gallon. You're gonna get a 20th of a gallon. We got $50 from Quentin on Cash App. Quentin1 on Cash App. Thank you so much. He said, for making the world a better place. I appreciate you, man, and your contribution to the project. Thank you so much, Quentin1. Truly, I appreciate you. Thank you, man, for your question. We got some of the people we got to let in. I appreciate you for your support, brother. Stay blessed. Thank you so much, Quentin, truly. It means so much, because like I said, Mark 4.5 is built off of your donations, guys. So thank you all. All right, one more person, and we're going over to Discord. We're going to let in David Kloss on Instagram. Once again, you want to join, you got to go into the Discord server. It's in the bio. All right, David Kloss declined. Let's let in the next person. Thank you, Marakub on the TikTok for donating. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that's been donating. Quentin1 wants to come in on Instagram. Definitely gonna let you in, my friend. I appreciate your donation, Quentin1. Zara Music with another badge. I appreciate you. Orlando with a badge. Hey, thank you so much, Quentin. First of all, man, I appreciate it so much.
No doubt, man. I've just been following you for a couple weeks now, and I see the difference you're gonna make, and I respect your passion and grind, man.
For sure.
So my question was, I'm just curious, you might have even mentioned it before and I didn't catch it. But so how does that machine run? What is it fueled by, or how's it powered?
It's powered by electricity. So we're going to build the Mark 4.5 machine, and we're going to have 2 big tri-fuel generators to run it off of the fuels that it creates. Yep, and then that also opens the door for us to allow us to run these machines off of renewable sources like solar, wind, hydroelectric, nuclear, whatever, and they'll make the process actually carbon negative if we run them off of renewable sources. Appreciate you, man, so much for your donation and your support, man. Much love to you. Much love. We got $1 from Alexander on Cash App. I appreciate you, Alexander. All right, guys, now we're going to move over to the Discord. If you want to come in and ask questions, you got to join the Discord server. Let's go ahead and get started on Discord. It's in my bio, the Pyrolysis tribe. We're going to get started with the Q&A on Discord. All right, we already got some people with their hands up. Sosa on Discord. Hello? Hey, 1 second. 1 second, Sosa. Let me make sure my mic is working, because I don't hear you. I'm going to make sure my mic is on here right. Shoot. I don't know what's going on. Let me make sure this is on. Here we go. All right, Sosa, say something. Let me make sure it's going through.
All right, hello?
What's up?
All right, so I was going to hop on, but all right. How do you get that machine to run?
How do we get it to run? It's powered off of electricity, so we just turn it on with the switch.
And then it just melts the plastic?
It doesn't. Well, that's a pretty deep question there, but I'll say it like this, right? It uses microwaves, right? So let's think about turning on your microwave oven at home. You know, you just press the button, it starts. We press our switch, it starts. The microwaves go into the plastic, which is in an airtight container. Since it's in an airtight container, there's no oxygen. Since there's no oxygen, the plastic cannot burn or catch on fire because you need oxygen for something to catch on fire and burn, right? So since there's no oxygen, it cannot burn, but it's being heated up by the microwaves, it actually breaks down into what it was before. And you know what plastic was before it was plastic? It was crude oil. The same thing that we actually use to get gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. The plastic returns to that thing, the crude oil, and we're able to then refine that crude oil back into gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. Thank you for your question, Sosa. Appreciate you, man.
Wait, hold up. Wait, so are we basically getting scammed?
No, we're not getting scammed. It's absolute science. Go on Google and look up plastic into fuel. You will find thousands of research papers.
Okay.
Go.
Thanks.
All right, you as well. Appreciate you. Let me see. We got a Cash App. We got $10 from Jones. $10 from Jones on Cash App. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Jones, for your contribution to the project and to history. Everybody that has donated, I appreciate you so much. What's up, Sarah's Rose on TikTok? Hello? What's up?
All right. So my question was, we've seen before this happen with cars with no gas, the electric cars, where in the past we could have had electric cars very long ago, but the industry of cars didn't want that to happen because it would, instead of adapting, they wanted to attack. They wanted to not have to adapt and wanted their side of to win, which is gas. So my question to you is, how in this energy industry, how are you going to make these big companies that make the big decisions adapt to this new technology instead of just pushing it away and burying it and letting
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you how we're going to do that. We're doing it by what we're doing right now. By generating mass publicity behind it. Because you're assuming that I'm going to go at this as if I was just a regular company that nobody knows. By the time I'm at a company, by the time we have these machines, you know how many people are going to be behind this project? You know how much public appeal is going to be behind it? You know how much money that these big oil companies spend to make their image look good? There'll be so much public appeal and backing behind turning plastic into fuel and saving our oceans that they will have to jump on it or they're going to look bad. So there is no stopping it. That's why we're doing this big social media push so everybody can know this is possible. So that way it's impossible to stop. It's already impossible to stop. Thank you for your question. All right, next. Aham Sandwich. I think that's their name. I don't like the weird names. Every time somebody with a weird name, there's some weird things that happens. So I don't know. Ham Sandwich, you're up. Are you going to come in? Yes or no? You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, bye. Okay, next. Hera. Oh, now he's in. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for the weird name. But my question was, you answered it mostly on how you're trying to make an image with a lot of people on social media and a big media push. But my other question is, with you have the different models I've seen of your invention. With that, you haven't made a patent yet. I don't think. I think you said you're working on it.
Yes, the patent is filed. The patent
you're
is
saying
filed.
that your patent basically other people how to make this device. Does that mean you're trying to get other people to make the device at their home?
Listen.
Or are you trying to,
Listen. The patent has already been filed, for one. For two, the patent is filed on the machine nobody has seen. The machine that I've already shown online is already online, and it's already pretty much open source. Anybody that wants to build what I've shown on YouTube, feel free to build it, okay? Aside from that, when the patent is, when we built the patented machine Mark V, that will be open source when I built Mark VI. I'm not releasing my blueprints on my future machines, so nobody gets ahead of me. So thank you for your question. All right, next, Ray.
Yo, what's up, bro? I just have a question. Like, what's your energy requirement? Like, how much energy do you use to like convert plastic to fuel?
25 kilowatt hours of electricity.
How much? I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
It's 25 kilowatt hours of electricity.
Oh, nice. And how much is like? How much?
The output between all the fuel products combined is 48.8 kilowatt hours of electricity. That was on my Mark IV machine.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for your question. We got to get on to the next people. One question at a time. If you guys have multiple questions, just raise your hand again. I'll let you back in. But we got to keep moving. All right, Hex. What's up?
Yeah. So I wanted to ask about the scaling of the technology. So, because you said you want it in, every province, every city in the world. So, will you decide to focus your machine on basically having more exponential efficiency, like bigger machine, being even more energy efficient, or will you focus on, making it a more linear growth, but allowing it to basically be more easily put in many different places?
Well,
because
I'm,
if you
I'm
make it
more focused. I'm more focused.
exponential, you would, incentivize having a big central.
Well, let me tell you, I'm more interested in making several relatively smaller plants instead of a large centralized plant. And I'll tell you why. If we make a large centralized plant, then what's going to happen is people are going to have to ship their plastic from other countries to deal with it. And then shipping the plastic, there's going to be issues. There's going to be issues of it falling off the ships. Or that's a lot of extra logistics and emissions and things that have to happen to get the ships to ship it. So I would rather have smaller machines everywhere that deal with it at the source than have to be shipped all over the place to deal with it. So that's going to be the business model. Thank you for your question. All right, next, Blizzard. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, quick question. From a security standpoint of view, do you have like any kind of documentation in case anything were to happen, worst case scenario? Because I know you're speaking about like, going ahead with these projects and stuff, but do you happen to have like if everything went wrong kind of situation where anybody else could have access to such documentation?
Yes, I have that in place. Yes, I have that in place. And what it is called YouTube. It's called TikTok. It's called Instagram. It's called every social media that I'm posting to. I go live almost every day showing you guys how I built the Reactor. I already have a whole YouTube series on every platform, on Rumble, everything on how I built my Mark IV reactor. I already have people that send me emails of reactors they built inspired by mine. So no matter what happens to me, this project is going to be done. It will be done by somebody else or some other entity. That's just what it is. It's period. It's already out there. It's already in the consciousness and in the ether. So that's the backup plan. Thank you for your question. Next, we're going to land saltwater. Hello?
Oh, the fuel looks really dirty. The fuel looks really dirty. How does it affect engines?
The fuel is really dirty, yes, when it comes right out.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Listen, the fuel, when we get it right out of the machine, is contaminated. It does have carbon deposits and all types of weird things in there. But we refine it. We put it into a distillation setup, just like we do with crude oil. And then that allows the fuel to then be able to be put into engines. So if you take a look at my raw pyrolysis oil on my YouTube channel, I have a whole series where we distill it. So then you go into I have another YouTube video called Distilling Diesel Out of Plastic Waste. You will see we put it into the distiller chamber. It's black. Then it comes out golden and orange and red. So that's how we clean it up.
Because the diesel I saw you guys pour into the Ford, it looked really dirty, so I can't imagine using that on.
Well, the reason why that diesel looked dirty is because it's been sitting for a year and there was some slight oxidation that happened. But when we got that exact diesel out, and actually if you hold it on the right angle of the sun, it's actually red, just like off-road diesel. But thank you for your question. All right, next. Listen, guys, there's this guy that we let in yesterday that was called Big Balls. That's their name. They want to come in again today. Should I let them in? Yes or no? Put 1 if I should let Big Balls in. 2 if I should let Big Balls in. 2 if I should not let Big Balls in. What's up, W? Oh, it's Warranty. It's a smart kid from yesterday. What's up, Warranty?
Oh, good. Thank you. My question is talking about so I did some Googling and stuff about the gases and such. Because to be honest, at least to me, the gases is like the part that hasn't been like asked about too much, at least like from what I know.
Right.
And so nitrogen, like you can get it out of the air, since 70% of the atmosphere is nitrogen.
Right.
But getting a nitrogen, I don't remember exactly what it was. If you get to like cool it down and then boil it again so that it evaporates. But I do think that maybe you could automate that system in some way and maybe like suck out the air and put the nitrogen. If you really want to like automate extremely, then yeah, you could do that. But I mean, it's just a question more like of like
Yeah,
kind of like I don't know.
I understand what you're saying, and listen, at some industrial pyrolysis plants, that's a very smart question. Once again, warranty. You can, when you have a properly welded and sealed machine with no leaks, you can actually vacuum it, all the air out of it, like you were saying. But it has to be really well done, because if it's not well done and you vacuum the air out, you actually be sucking in air through areas where it leaks, and then it will explode. So you have to have a really good, well-built machine. Thank you for your question, as always. Very smart and intelligent question. You guys said I should let big balls back in. I'll let big balls in, but I'm just saying for the record, you guys said it. And in my Discord chat, there's somebody called Drake in the chat. And it has Drake's profile picture. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. Big Balls left the chat. But now Drake wants to come in. Should we let Drake in, guys? Put 1 if we should let Drake in, 2 if we shouldn't. Whatever. Let's just let Drake in. We'll talk about Drake. We're gonna let Drake into the chat. Who knows what this is? Hello? Hello? We can't hear you. Drake? Drake, we cannot hear you, Drake. Drake is mad quiet, isn't he? Drake is mad shy. All right, Drake isn't here. Okay. All right. Maybe Drake has mic issues. Oh, he's back now. All right. All right, Drake, this is your last chance, so we're going to throw some other people in. Hello? Drake. Drake, we can't hear you. All right, Drake, you're going to have to fix your mic. I don't know where all that money's going, but it clearly isn't going to tech support, because we can't hear you, Drake. All right, M, you're up. M, come on. You got 5 seconds, M. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, next. All right, P. Yeah, there's Drake in the chat. It literally is Drake with a profile picture of you. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the real Drake. Who knows? I see Drake in there. What's going on? Oh, what's up? Oh, no.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, what would you do if, what about local garbage? Keep working,
Oh, wait. One at a time. What's your question, M?
What's the one?
What is your question?
With the local garbage disposal, when you cut into their profits, there's got to be a way to get them involved so they're not like fighting against you politically, local politics, all that bullshit.
Yeah, I would say that they may be more upset with me than the oil industry, because a lot of plastic ends up in the landfill, and a lot of landfills are made of plastic, and obviously we're going to be diverting that. But I think the best thing we can do is work with them. Okay, they already have a lot of recycling trucks, and what we can do is this, right? We can make it so their recycling trucks that they already are making profit off of, they go to people's house and pick up their recycled plastic. They just take their plastic to me. So that way we're incorporating both things. And guess what? We can even have a deal. They can run their trucks off of my fuel. Win-win-win-win-win situation. We can't make the big companies mad, or we'll crush ourselves. Thank you for your question. We're going to let the next guy talk now. What's up, P, in the Discord?
Hey, keep doing what you're doing, my boy, man. I'm supporting what you got going on, man. Keep doing it. Hey, NatureJab up, bro.
Hey, for sure, man. I appreciate you so much for your support, man. Much love and blessings to you. Somebody said I can confirm that's the real Drake. So apparently the real Drake is in the Discord server right now. I don't know what's going on, but the real Drake is also just sat here and not saying anything. We're in Rohan. Rohan, are you here? I'm inviting you to speak, Rohan.
Shit, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, Rohan?
Yeah, shit, I'm from Britain, yeah, and I like your content, mate. I think it's pretty sick.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I know Drake was just because he just wanted to show his knob. for the audience.
His knob?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what you thought. So maybe it was a good thing that it didn't work out with him, yeah?
Yeah. And, you know, mate, I just want to say Black Lives Matter. Because, you know.
Yeah.
Show my people. My other brown people in America. Yeah.
Well.
And yeah, but I like the project. And, yeah.
Well, thank you, Rohan. I appreciate your support. Now Drake wants to come back up here. Should we let him back in, Rohan?
Sure, mate.
All right. Well, we'll let Drake back in. Let's see what happens. Apparently, some people in the chat are saying there's a real Drake. We'll see what's up. All right, Drake. I'm inviting you to speak, Drake.
Use of plastic waste as fuel is impressive. You deserve to be treated right. Let me stick my reactor in and take it home. NatureJab. Give me that NatureJab.
What? Did he say give me that NatureJab? First of all, that sounded like AI, for one. Every live stream. What's up?
Brother, can you hear me?
Yeah. This guy.
Oh, awesome. Listen, I'm just curious. I mean, Ray asked the question about how much energy goes in versus how much energy goes out. In terms of recycling garbage or plastic, let's say it's been in landmines and whatnot, what level of like pre-processing does that have to go through before it can get grounded up and go in your machine?
The most essential thing that has to happen is the plastic has to be dry. If the plastic has moisture, it will affect the machine. So it has to be dry. And then after that, ideally, you want to remove any other types of dirts or things on it. But let's be realistic. If you're getting plastic from the ocean or from landfills, you're not going to be able to remove, all the dirt and debris. So it'll work fine, but it has to be dry, because if it's not dry, water actually absorbs microwaves super well, and it'll end up wasting a ton of energy trying to just heat up the water instead of the plastic. That's a great question. Thank you very much for your question. All right. What does a solid carbon have? What use does a solid carbon have? You can use it as fertilizer. You could use it as as a filler in concrete, also as a dye and pigment. And you could use it as coal as well. All right, Em, what's up?
Hey, I was just looking at this PDF from the Department of Energy, where they're using electrolysis, an electrochemical cell, to separate the acids out of pyrolysis oil to make it better for refineries and more likely to be accepted. They partner with University of Arkansas and Louisiana State. Do you know anything about that?
No, I never heard of that.
You should look it up. I mean, Louisiana's pretty close to you.
Okay, yeah, I'll look that up. Thank you. All right, next let's let in Punisher.
Hey, as far, hold on. I had my mouth full. As far as oceanic plastic, have you thought about, like, when you go to dry it, what are you going to do about the salt content? Like, won't that damage the reactor?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the salt, of course, you want to ideally remove as much salt water as possible, but there will be some. Ultimately, that's going to kind of be going back to the material science things of these reactors. They're going to have to be out of stainless steel, and the reactors will also have, my Mark V design will have something on the inside of it that will actually separate the metal from the plastics to hopefully alleviate
something
that.
like a ceramic liner or whatever. That would be
Right now, it's proprietary, and I can't exactly speak on what it is, but it will have something that will separate it to help. But also on top of that, the reactors do have a semi-permanent layer of oil and carbon on the inside that does also form another layer that can help. But yeah, really, we can't do anything about the salt. We have to try to figure out ways to prevent the metal from rusting out, because it is a lot of issues. Okay. So thank you. On YouTube, Garrett said, off-road diesel isn't red. The red color is added. Yeah, that's true. Diesel is near clear. And that's so true, Garrett. And why was my plastic diesel red? Why did it have color to it? I'll tell you why it had color to it. Because I did not do a good job distilling it. The refineries have a very, very refined method of refining things. I still had some carbon in my distilled diesel. When it came out, you can go on the YouTube channel. It literally came out red. So that lets us know there's obviously something else in there. I don't know if it was the carbon or what it was, but whatever was making it red was the same thing whatever was the same organic molecule that ended up turning it black later, under oxidation over sitting from a year. But nonetheless, it had the same characteristics as diesel. It had the same properties as diesel. Very similar viscosity, and of course it ran fine in the engine. So yeah, ultimately we're gonna get rid of that color, but maybe that's something I can't even do at home. Maybe that's something that you need some type of super sophisticated catalyst for. All right, next let's let in R. Hello? Hello? Are you here? We cannot hear you. All right. Yeah, we cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. I'm gonna have to get to the next person. Who is new in here? W already was up. Para was already. I don't think S has been up yet. I don't think S has been up.
Hey. So earlier you were talking about how you don't want anybody to get ahead of you on your designs while you're keeping like the information for the future designs safe, which that makes sense. But my question is, in the future, how will you be collaborating with the industry to push it forward? Because from my understanding, a lot of innovations, what happens is somebody makes a large push, but over time, once people have understanding of that information, they can push it more. It's going to be very difficult for one person to keep pushing the envelope. So I'm wondering, how are you going to try to collaborate with the industry while also being careful to not let the wrong people?
I did already. Hey, listen. I already answered this question. I said what we're going to do is I always am a few steps ahead. I'm perspicacious. It's chess. I've shown you guys how I built Mark IV on YouTube. I'm showing you guys how I built Mark 4.5 on YouTube while I'm building and have the patent file for Mark V. When Mark V is done, we're going to have Mark V open source, and then I'm building Mark VI. So I'm just staying a step ahead, but all the previous machines are open source. So when it's open source, you can take that machine, build it, make your own adjustments and modifications, and innovate in your own ways, right? So that's already what we do because, like I said, I already showed my up-to-date, most efficient design on how to build the whole thing on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, NatureJab. So thank you for your question. Get to the next people here. Let's see. Okay, they call me. You're an industry plug, Garrett? Well, that's great to know. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here. Hello?
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, it's a little bit muffled. You might be a little too close to the mic.
Oh, okay. How about now?
It's better. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. My question is, I have two questions. Because I see that in general, you have the machine, right? And it produces one valve of giving the oil, right? Could you have, for the distiller, could the distiller have multiple valves that create different densities of oil? That's my first question.
Yes, yes, you can. And in the big industry, distillers and refineries, they actually have multiple outputs. But the issue is to build a distiller, it has to be huge to be like that. So it's not really something you can necessarily do at a home level. Yeah, I'm on Twitch as well, guys.
Wait, I have one more question.
Yes.
Does the years of the plastic degrading, does that affect the energy level of the crude oil?
That's a great question, and it really doesn't. Because the plastic being in solid form is pretty much a time capsule of the crude oil in there. But I will say, with the plastics being, the only thing that really affects is the cleanliness of the plastics, because they are going to end up being, more contaminated with many different things. But in terms of their energy content, it really will make such a little difference because they barely biodegrade anyway. Like, you know, we all know that. That's why we have the ocean plastic problem to begin with. So thank you for your question. Great questions there. All right. You're welcome. Next, we'll let in Rohan, and then we'll let in INT. What's up?
Oh, what's up again, mate? You know, I'm just wondering, right? Say there is another global conflict of war that the US intervenes in, and would you, and you're conscripted, right? Would you like or would you not want to be conscripted?
You know, oh, my mic went out. Oh, can you hear me? Yeah,
mate.
No. Well, I personally look. I stay out of politics because I don't polarize myself on any side of things. There's really no right or wrong way to answer anything. So I'll keep that off of live stream. But thank you for your question. Next, let's see. We're gonna let an INT.
Hello.
What's up? Hello. I heard you for a second there. Hello? All right. He's out. All right, dude. We're gonna let in dude.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, so aren't you just effectively trading plastic waste for more greenhouse gas emissions?
Yeah, we're turning. Wait 1 second here. My mic went out. We're turning plastic waste into fuel, carbon, and natural gas, which will ultimately create more CO2 in the air.
So how do you reconcile with that?
I reconcile that because plastic on itself and within itself in the environment actually emits methane and ethylene. Methane is 40 times worse than CO2. Ethylene is 25 times worse than CO2, and there's absolute billions of tons of it in the ocean. So with all those billions of tons combined, that means there's probably going to be millions of tons of methane and ethylene, which in themselves are so much worse than CO2 that statistically and mathematically, we are probably literally better turning it into fuel that we actually will use, and then also converting it to CO2. And I'm also reconciling that because when you think about it, if we leave it in our ocean, I think we're going to have far worse problems than the planet warming up 3 degrees. If we leave our marine life and fish being destroyed, our coral reefs being destroyed, our oceans being absolutely polluted and an absolute eyesore, islands that we've never even inhabited having plastics everywhere, tons of microplastics building up in our bodies. So you tell me what's worse. Do you want to have the planet go up a few degrees, and that's only if we don't plant more trees to get the CO2 out there we put up? Or do you want to actually not have your whole body turn into a plastic Barbie doll? It's up to you.
I mean, I agree both are bad, but like, you know, I would agree that climate change is probably more destructive.
Well, listen, I'll tell you this.
It's bad.
I'll tell you this.
Like,
we talked about how the methane is an issue. It emits methane and ethylene, right? Plastic waste. That's a scientific research paper. Look it up on Google. You cannot get methane and ethylene out the air when they're up there. They are out of the air, okay? You cannot get them out of the air, but you can get CO2 out of the air by planting trees, by planting algae. There's so many ways to get CO2 out of the air. We have machines that will get CO2 out of the air, correct? But once methane and ethylene are up there, they are up there, and they have far worse of a greenhouse destructive effect on the environment, on top of all the physical issues we have with plastic waste.
One last question, and thank you. So what are you doing with the methane and ethylene in the plastics? How are you sequestering that?
We're turning it into natural gas and into fuel, and then we're burning it, and we're breaking it back down to CO2, which can be captured and taken out of the air.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question. All right, next. Who are?
Hey, you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, so I actually work as an injection pump builder, working on old mechanical diesel injection pumps. In the United States, the use of ultra-low sulfur diesel has very poor lubricity properties. Have you done any lubricity evaluations on the fuel you produce? And have you tried actually burning your diesel distillate in an engine?
We have burned the diesel fuel in an F-350 Ford. I have not done lubricity tests, but I always tell people this. If lubricity is an issue, just add some oil in it.
That's very true. The only reason why I'm asking is just because that's what we'll be doing anyways with it. But that'd be a big thing. If you can find a way to like pre-dose it with the lubricity agents to get it closer to what the manufacturers of these pumps want, if you can just include that, that actually might get the attentions of fleets and such. That would also increase your demand and possibly some seed capital as well.
Right. I completely agree with that. And that's the same thing we talk about. That's the same thing we talk about with the octane as well. We can always add to that, but it's better to not have too much to begin with and have to try to take it out. We can always add additives.
Oh, of course, yeah. Like, I'm currently up in Wyoming, right, in the capital of the world. And what's pretty crazy is that here we actually have an open pit trash pit, basically, or a landfill, right? And the wind here is so severe that if you actually go out near that area, there's all the like fences and stuff are completely plastered with the plastic from the waste as they process it and try to compact it. And what's interesting is there's already the refining here, and they're actually building a carbon capture plant. So what I'm trying to get to is there a way to like test your fuel? And I know I haven't seen that part of the video yet with the F-350. What model year of F-350 was it? Out of curiosity.
It was a 1995.
Okay, so it's a Power Stroke. All right. Okay. So I worked on the generation before it, the ones that were completely mechanical in nature. Those were really tolerant to pretty much anything you could burn in them. Well, yeah, man. No. Pretty much my main question was like, how are you handling lubricity? And also in regards to the person talking about the plastics in the ocean and versus the climate temp raising, I do agree with you on the ethylene and methane emissions. The thing is, once it's broken into CO2, it can be captured.
Right.
Trying to capture methane and ethylene is really difficult. And also, if you have methane, you can run it through a cracking process and turn it back into a usable fuel. Better yet, just run that methane. Well, basically, what they do with the flares out here in the oil is they run that stuff like the methane and they turn it into a flare. But you can also inject it into an engine. You're using to generate the electricity you need for your microwaves. As a secondary fuel source.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, no, you were entirely right. We need to get rid of the plastic because that will cause far more issues than a couple degrees. Because at the end of the day, remember this: the banks mortgage beachfront properties, the insurance companies insure them, and then the politicians.
Hey, listen, man. We do need to get to the next person. We do need to get to the next person, man. But I completely agree with what you're saying, and I appreciate your insight on that again. Thank you very much. Yeah. Appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
All right. So I already let M in a few times. We're gonna let you in. All I see is the letter U. How about the machines that already cost 30-50K? Those do not operate off of microwaves, so they're not efficient. We're having new innovation with microwaves. Hello?
I know you're busy saving the world and all, but I just wanted to remind you to take care of yourself too. Maybe when you're done with your heroic deeds, we can have a kawaii microwave dinner together and talk about your amazing adventures. I'll be here cheering you on, supporting you with all my ooh-woo heart.
All right. Well, I appreciate your support. It's just these weird robots always up in here. But thank you for your support, I guess. Ooh-woo. What's up?
That was funny as hell. I got a serious question, not to be a downer, but what about when the oil companies, the big refineries, decide they don't want to take your product and they'll get together and just say, we ain't buying it? Are you willing to pull an Elon Musk and become your own best customer?
Yeah, absolutely. If it comes down to that, I sure will. But also, I have another option too. I can just make money off of getting the plastic waste and just use the oils to run my own plant and my own store and stuff. My own stuff.
No. Like you already said, though, that's you got to deal with the taxes and everything else.
Well, not really. If you run your own stuff off of it, if you run your own machine off of it, right? It's not the same as if you're running a car on the road. If you're running your own plant off of the fuels you create, then all you have to do at that point is just get yourself EPA approved on the exhaust, which you can, put through filters and stuff.
That's fine and dandy, but I mean, you still can't take it out on the interstate or anything like that because of dot regulations.
Well, yeah, and what I'm saying is the regulations on putting it in a car are far harder to get permits for than just having. It's going to pretty much be the equivalent of having like an incinerator at that point, right? Like, that's not that difficult to get EPA approved compared to running a car.
Would be appropriate. And then the electrical generation has its own a whole other host of issues. You'd be better off building your own refinery.
I mean, that's true, but you also have to remember that that's a very tough industry to get into and crack into. It costs so much of a startup. So, like, that's not that I'm not saying I wouldn't do it if I had to. Of course I would, but it's definitely literally probably the last resort.
That's why I said pulling Elon Musk would be like a huge endeavor.
Yeah, it would be absolutely wild, but I doubt that'll be the case. I'm sure we'll figure out a different alternative. But thank you for your question. All right, we're gonna let in Punisher, and then that'll be the last question for the night.
Hey, so let me just said the magic words. Like, I just want to point out that there is nothing you have in common with Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a Nepo baby that does nothing but take people's ideas and profit off of them and act like he was the one to come up with them. You're more like Nikola Tesla in that, like, you're more worried about the technology and its applications and how much it can make the world a better place, as opposed to just how much it can line your pocket. And the only thing that's, I think that's enough. But yeah, like, there's not even a valid comparison.
Well, I appreciate the compliments and the support. As I said before, I don't have any enemies. I'm certainly not going to create any enemies. But I will say this: my intentions with this always are and always have been, ultimately, to get this technology out there and to deal with the plastic waste problem we have that I think is literally the biggest crisis we have on the entire planet. I think that we just don't see that right now because we don't see the effects yet. But when we do, it'll be too late. So we have to deal with it now. So, as
well as the fact that the plastic in the ocean is a climate change issue because of the ethylene and the
methane. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I appreciate your support. And, anybody that eventually, comes along later, any, potential, people that are already established, billionaires, whatever, it could even be Elon Musk. If somebody comes along and they actually genuinely want to help and they want to genuinely be a part of it without any nonsense, then I'm all for it. Appreciate you, Jack. Guys, listen, guys, this guy, Yoshi, wants to come in. If you guys remember Yoshi from last live stream, he said some stupid things. We're about to get off for the night, but to put a 1 in the chat, I wish I let Yoshi in 2 if not. You said, I need to apply to universities. Well, the thing is, they're not going to just help you for no reason. If you apply for universities, they're going to want something most of the time. They're not just going to help you, just out of the goodness of their heart. Yoshi in 1 or 2? Oh, it wasn't something dumb, he said. It was some nonsense. Some absolute nonsense. I'll say it like that. he said, frick Yoshi. Everybody's saying F Yoshi. They don't want you, Yoshi. They don't want you in here. They don't want you in here. They don't want you in here, Yoshi. Nobody wants you in here. Everybody's saying no. Well, yeah, everybody said that guy is a menace. Everybody's saying too. Don't entertain it. Okay. Well, you heard it there. Somebody said, Yoshi, cash out $5 to Jab whenever you want to talk. He said it's opposite day. He said it's opposite day. He said he'll cash out. Okay, guys, if Yoshi cash apps $5, should we let him in? Or does that make me a sellout? Thank you, James, for the donation on TikTok. Y'all saying that's fair? If he gives $5, we'll let him in. That's what what the verdict is. he wants to hear what Yoshi has to say, though. I am kind of interested because he says, I don't even know where he even comes up with the stuff he says. If he Cash App you, then yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna wait and get this Cash App, this $5, and we're gonna see if Yoshi's really about it or if he's just all talk. At least I'm getting paid, right? Whatever he says, I'll get paid, right? Oh, it looks like we got $5. We got $5 from Randy on Cash App. It sounds like he talks like his name is Randy. So there it is, $5. I guess thank you for the $5 and the support of the project. If he says something crazy, at least I got paid for it, right? But he could have a question. All right. Here we go. Here we go, guys. All right.
Well, now I know you ain't got folks in here on no damn Instagram. Now I really got to see you might have to the film.
Like,
all right, now listen up, people. You go back to the field, okay? You go to the field. You go to the field. Come on to the plastic and give me some plastic.
Pick you some plastic? No, we can't even understand you. No, nobody can even understand your voice. Nobody can understand what you're even talking about. What are you even saying? All I heard was pick me some plastic. That's all I heard. Nobody else can hear what you're saying. You don't know what else you're saying. Okay. No, I don't know why your voice sounds like that. Why does your voice sound like that? Look, honestly, if my voice sounded like that, maybe I'll be in your position too. I don't know what the heck. You sound like a ghost from Pac-Man or something. I don't know what the heck his voice was. But, he said, it sounds like Herbert the Pervert's flaming brother. I don't know what that was. He said he's doing a voiceover, Solomon. Look, I don't know what the heck that was. He said, somebody said, sounds like a effing weeb. Look, all I'm saying is this right here. He definitely fits the image of what you would think. So, there we go. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining the live stream. I appreciate everybody. We'll be heading out for the night. So I appreciate you all for stopping by. Muhammad said, don't smoke crack, kids. He got high from I can't say that word. Hey, thank you, Yoshi, for the $5 for saying whatever you said. We couldn't even understand. So thank you. Thank you, Solomon, for the lightning donations. You guys take care. I appreciate you all. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome, Camel. Thank you all for stopping by for the Q&A tonight. We'll be doing another one later.